Hi, I'm Dr. Broussard with the Wagon Train Veterinary Clinic, and today we're going to discuss foods that can potentially be dangerous or harmful to cats. My assistant Cole has a list of questions she's going to run through for you, and hopefully this can clear up a couple of issues you may have. Cole?
Dr. Broussard, how do I know what foods are toxic to cats?
That can be a tough one to answer, and it's a rather broad list of questions. I think the safest bet is to look into various sites. I know for sure the ASPCA has a site that is fairly comprehensive as far as foods, and perhaps even more specifically human foods that can be toxic or make your animals ill. So I would probably reference a list like that to find out for sure.
Can I feed my cat human food?
Yeah, it's kind of a tough question, because what do we mean when we say human food? There are certain things that we eat that cats most definitely eat. Chicken, fish, things like that, absolutely. Yes, do you want to depend just on those? Of course not. It's always safest, and in my opinion best, to feed them a well-balanced cat-formulated diet. Does that mean commercial foods are best? I mean, we can debate that when we have more time, but I think it's the simplest thing that provides, as I said, a well-balanced diet with all the vitamins and minerals that they need. So that's what I tend to stick with my own animals.
How do I know if the food I'm giving my cat is making him sick?
Well, probably the best answer, or best way I can answer that one is, let's look at it this way. They eat every day. The most common thing we see is food allergies, and when I have to decide for that one, it's if the allergy is consistent 365 days a year, then it's probably not fleas and it's probably not seasonal. Illnesses that are related from food, I would approach the same way. If it's something that you're feeding, maybe it's a new additive that you added to the cat's diet, or a new ingredient, or maybe even a new bag of food, and then right at that point moving forward you see that your cat has been consistently ill with a variety of signs, which we'll cover in a second. If it began with the initiation of a new ingredient and it's consistent as long as the animal is eating that, that is kind of the big red flag for me.
Can changing my cat's diet suddenly cause harm?
Yes, typically very transient and mild harm, but yes, the most common thing we see is when a diet is changed abruptly is gastrointestinal signs. What does that look like? Some cats can vomit, more often diarrhea, those kind of things. So typically if you do have to make a change, or if you're planning on making a change, just do it gradually over the course of maybe a week, where you gradually mix in slowly more and more of the new food to make sure that they tolerate it.
How do I know if my cat has eaten something toxic to him?
Well, there again, if illness can be traced back to the addition of a new ingredient or a food or something along those lines, that is when I would become suspicious. To answer one specific set of signs that can say, oh, that means your cat ate something bad, I can't do that, because it just depends on what they ate. Certain foods can be toxic to an animal's gastrointestinal system, some can be toxic to their heart, some can cause skin issues. It just depends on what they ingest in order to be able to answer that. So I hope this cleared up a few small points for you guys. I thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or need to contact us for any reason, you can reach out on Facebook. You can call our office directly, and we would look forward to any questions or comments you may have. Thanks for tuning in.